So this is a question which came in 2024 CSAT paper, in set A, question number 6. So to solve this problem, we need to know some basic details, and that's nothing but BODMAS. So BODMAS is a priority order. What it basically says is that whenever there is a set of operations, you should do brackets first, then you have to do order. Order means something raised to something or square root, stuff like that. Then division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, and so on. So this order has to be maintained. And if you ask me why we need to have a priority order, this is basically because of the technological limitations which we had in the past. That basically means that in the past, even nowadays, many of the calculators can only enter single line codes. So if you write a code like this or write an operation like this, the calculator need to know, should they do the multiplication first, division first, minus, subtraction first, stuff like that. So instead of this, if we are writing stuffs in a multiple order, like if multi-line, if we are able to put in the data, then we didn't need such a priority order. For example, the same thing, I could write it like 3 into 4 by 2 minus 12 by 3. If I'm writing something like this, then we actually don't need the BODMAS, because we can directly solve. Once we divide this thing, you're going to get 4. Here you're going to get 2. 3 into 2 will make 6 minus 4, and the answer is going to be 2. But sadly, due to the technological limitations, we could only write things in a single line, and that's why we needed BODMAS. So if I'm solving this thing, there is no brackets, of course, other than the bracket which I put. There is no bracket in this problem, in this thing. So we can ignore the bracket. Order is also not there. Divisions are there. Here you can see a division. Here you can see another division. So we'll do the division first. 4 divided by 2 will gives you 2. 12 divided by 3 gives you 4. And just copy paste everything else. All the divisions are done. Now we'll do the multiplication. If you do the multiplication, 3 into 2 you will get 6 minus 4. All the multiplications are done. There are no addition, only subtraction is there. 6 minus 4, you will get the answer 2. So this is the basic concept of BODMAS. Now I'll give you this problem. I want you guys to solve this thing. Again, I'm telling you people, BODMAS is something which you can easily score marks. So give it a try. If it's wrong, it's fine. You know, everyone make mistake in maths, at least in the first several times. So give it a try. You can pause the video and take as much, not too much time, maybe 2 to 3 minutes max. Okay, I'm going to give you the solution. If you need more time, just pause the video. So here if you look, we can see brackets. Here one bracket is there, here one bracket is there. So let's get inside the bracket and activate a new BODMAS inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, there is no extra bracket. Inside the bracket, there are no other brackets. So we'll skip that. Here there is no order. There is no division. Multiplication is there. So we'll do the multiplication. 6 into 3. 6 into 3 will give you 12. That's 2, 18. All the multiplications are done. Now we can do the addition. That gives you 20. That's it. That one is done. Now second one. Here also we have to activate a separate BODMAS. There is no bracket inside the bracket. So bracket is done. Order is not there. Division is there. 40 divided by 8 will give you 5 plus 2. Division is done. Multiplication is not there. Addition you will do. 5 plus 2. What is 5 plus 2? 7. Okay. Now just copy paste everything else. So divided by 4 minus 14 divided by this 7. I'm going to put it over here. It's too far away, right? So that's it. Now first brackets are done. Now if you look, there are no orders, but you can see division. There is one division here, one division here. So let's do the division. 20 divided by 4 will give you 5. 40 divided by 7 will give you 2. Copy paste everything else. Division is there. Multiplication is not there. Addition is not there. Only subtraction is there. 5 minus 2 you will get 3. So 3 is the answer. 3 is the answer for this problem. I'm going to give you one more question. Okay. Now find me the answer for this. Take as much time as you want. When I say as much time, it means, you know, the required time. Okay, if you need more time, pause the video. I'm going to give you the answer. So we are looking for a bracket. Of course, we have a bracket. We activate another BODMAS inside this bracket. There is no other brackets inside the board inside this bracket, but order is also not there. Division do exist. There is a division here. So 24 divided by 8, you will get 3. Copy paste everything else. Division is done. Multiplication is there. 3 into 3 is 9. Copy paste everything else. Multiplication is there. Now addition is there. 9 plus 1 will give you 10. That's it. Now copy paste everything else. Divided by 2 minus 2 square minus 2 into 50 divided by 5 plus 5. Now brackets are done. Now of course order is there. We can see an order. Here one order is there. So let's do the order. 2 square will directly gives you 4. 2 square means 4. All the orders are done. Now let's for division. Let's look for division. We have division here. We do have another division over here. If you do the divisions, you are going to get 10 divided by 2, what is that? 5. 15 divided by 5 will give you 3. Copy paste everyone else. Minus 4 minus 2 into plus 5. All the divisions are done. Now we will do multiplication. There is only one multiplication. 2 into 3, that gives you 6. Copy paste everything else. Multiplication are done. And finally addition and subtraction. Of course, it says that you have to do addition first, but that doesn't matter. You can do addition and subtraction if only they are there. Just let's do them in one go. Wait. Yeah. 5 plus 5 will give you 10. Minus 4 minus 6 is minus 10. 10 minus 10 is going to give you 0. Okay. If you want to do it in another way, if you check here also you will see 5 minus 4 is 1. Minus 6 plus 5 is minus 1, that is also again 0. That's it. Easy problem. So let's move forward. So that was the basic concept of BODMAS. Now this problem need a little bit more information, and that's where Maxima-Minima comes. Now if you look at this mountain, just look at the backgrounds, the horizon, like don't ignore all these areas which are in the front. If you're looking at the background, if I ask you which is the, so don't consider this front parts, only the background, the silhouette. If I ask you which is the highest point, then you can find that this is the highest point because it is more taller than any other point. So we can say that this is the maxima. Now similarly, if I ask you which is the lowest point in the silhouette, you can find that point is somewhere here because there is no other point which is lower in height than this point in the silhouette. So I can call it as minima. Now just like that, you can also find a maxima-minima in certain operations. For example, here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 gaps are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to fill those 4 gaps using this thing. Let's assume that you have some limitations. Wait, we put some limitations? No limitations. You can use any combination of these given numbers in whatever order you want. If that is the case, like how many numbers you want, you can do whatever you want. If I am asking you to give me the highest maximum value which you can generate using any combination of this thing, what will that maximum point number will be? So just take another 1 minute and solve it. Okay, I'm going to give you the solution. If you need more time, just pause the video. So I want to find the maximum value. It's very simple. If you want to find the maximum value, just put multiplication, multiplication, multiplication. See, you can use in any combinations, right? And sometimes you would say that you have to put on one multiplication here also, but that's not true because multiplying by 1 will not do anything. So in the last I am going to add 1. So and the value which you will get in this operation will be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 plus 1, that is 121. If you have did all multiplications, then you would probably get the answer 120. That's not the highest possible value. This is the highest possible value. Okay, 121 is the highest possible value because I am utilizing the last one also. Okay, I know you might have missed this thing. That's fine. I'll give you one more question. Again, you have no restrictions. You can do any number of times this thing. Any number of times you can do in whatever combinations you want. I want you guys to find the minimum possible value. Minimum. Minimum means even negative numbers are there, okay? Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. If you need more time, just pause the video. See, I cannot change the order. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put a minus over here and do multiplications here and one more minus here. So this number, because of the multiplication, is going to become huge. They are going to become very big. And then when I put a minus on that, this is going to become exactly that same size will be there, but in the negative Roman. And then one more minus in the last. So that is going to be the, so of course, if you apply BODMAS, you will have to do 4 into 3 into 2. 4 into 3 into 2 first, you are going to get 24. 5 minus 24 minus 1. 5 minus 24 minus 1 will give you minus 20 is the smallest possible value. Okay? Minus 20 is the smallest possible value. Now, I am going to put some more limitations on this problem. And the limitation is that at least once there are 1, 2, 3, 4 signs are there, 4 operations, and we have 4 gaps. You have to use all of this sign at least once. Since there is only 4 gaps and there is only 4 operations, this basically means that you cannot use all the multiplication, like you cannot put in entire multiplications several times. Everything have to be only used once. No repetitions are allowed. In this case, I want you guys to find the maximum value using these things only once, just once, at least once, only once. Okay, if you need more time, just pause the video. I am going to give you the answer. So, of course, I want to create the maximum possible value. If I want to create the maximum possible value, out of this, multiplication has the ability to make the highest possible value. So, I am going to put it between the two greatest numbers. 5 and 4 are the biggest numbers in this list, so I am going to put it there. Now, I am going to add 3 to this thing, because 3 is the third biggest number. So, multiplication has been used, addition has been used. Now, I have division and subtraction. So, either I can put division like this and subtraction like this, or I can put subtraction here and division here. If you observe, if I am putting division in the first place, division here and subtraction here, see, this 3 is going to get divided, because according to the BODMAS rule, division will happen first. So 3 is going to divide and it is going to become 1.5, and then minus 1 is going to happen on that. So eventually to this 5 into 4, only 0.5 is going to get added. Eventually you are going to get an answer something like 20.5. But instead of that, if let's say if I am putting minus over here, I am putting minus over here and division over here. 2 divided 1, that's going to happen first. Okay, let's just see what the value I am going to get. According to BODMAS rule, division happens first. 2 minus 3 plus 4 into 5. Multiplication happens second. 20 plus 3 minus 2, and you are going to get 21 as your answer. So this is the highest possible value, using them at least once. Okay, see, this is a little bit tricky one, but it's still doable. Okay, eventually we'll increase the level more. You'll see that. So I'm going to give you one more problem. Find me again at least once. That means you can only use them just once. This you have to fill in the gaps, and you have to find the minimum possible value. So take your time and find the answer. Okay, I'm also going to give you the solution. If you need more time, please feel free to pause the video. So my objective is to create minimum. So I know that I have to use a negative somewhere. I have to use a negative in front of the biggest value to make it more negative. So I can't put negative on the 5. So I'm going to put a minus here and do multiplication here. So basically what's going to happen? 4 into 3 is going to become a big number. Putting negative will make it biggest negative number. Okay, so the position of minus and into are fixed. Minus is fixed, into is fixed. Now I have to handle the division and plus. Division and plus. So let's see if I put division here and plus here. That's one option. Or I can put plus here and division here. Plus here and division here. Let's see, we'll find both the cases. Anyway, it's not that hard, right? In the first case, you have to do the division first. That will make it 5. Oh, that's the problem. See, 4 into 3. We are multiplying 4 with 3 to make it a bigger number. But if you are already dividing it by 2, it is going to become small. So this is not going to give you the smallest possible value. If we can check, it is going to become 1.5 plus 1 and then do multiplication. 3, 6, 5 minus 6 plus 1. That is going to be 0. Now on the contrary, here if you are going to do division first, it is still going to be 2 plus 3 into 4 minus 5. Then multiplication second, you are going to get 12 minus 5 plus 2. So that is 5 minus 12 plus 2. You are going to get minus 5. See, there's a huge difference. On the top, you got 0. You got 0, and in the bottom, you are going to get minus 5. And of course, minus 5 is more lesser. So this is the answer which we are looking. Okay, so this is why this finding maxima minima is a little bit more logical. You need to think, you have to find the possibilities. Okay, and again, if you want to see how many actual possibilities are there using these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, filling them in 4 positions, you can see there are 4 factorial possibilities. According to permutations, of course we don't have to do it. That means 24 possibilities are there, and out of them we have found 2 right here, 0 and minus 5, and minus 5 is the most negative value. So let's move forward. Now again a new problem, but this time it's interesting. 1, 2, 3, only 3 signs are there. I am avoiding division, and 1, 2, 3, 4 gaps are there. I have to fill them. Fill the 4 gaps using 3 operations. So that's why there is one more rule, minimum ones. Minimum ones means you have to use them at least once. You can repeat any one of them, but the condition is that they have to be used at least once. Okay, so into, plus, minus will be there in the operation. On top of that, any one of them can repeat. So I want you guys to find the maximum possible value for this case. Find me the maximum. Okay, I'm also going to give you the solution. If you need more time, please pause the video. So for finding the maxima, I have to use all the signs. I'm going to put into here. So this is going to be a very big number. I'm going to put a minus here. Since I have to use it, into and minus, so my minus 1 is going to be very small. And then I have to use plus also. I'm going to put plus here, and the one more gap, I'm free, plus also has been used. So minimum one's condition has been met. Now I am free to repeat one of the value. I'm going to put one into here. This is going to be the highest possible value, because if you observe, you can see that all the big numbers are getting multiplied, and then the next numbers, out of them the biggest one is getting added, and the smallest, the least one is getting subtracted. So this is going to be the biggest number. So 5 into 4 is 20, 20 into 3 is 60, plus 2 minus 1, you are going to get 61. So that's a maximum possible value. Okay, one more question. I'm going to give you one more question. Again, same condition. You have to fill in these gaps, 4 gaps using 3 operations. That means minimum ones. The condition is minimum once. You have to use them at least once. And you have to find me the minimum possible value. Find me the minimum possible value. Okay, I'm also going to give you the solution. If you need more time, please feel free to pause, okay? So you know you have to find the minimum possible value. And I'm going to put the minus here because I'm aiming for a negative number. I'm going to put into here. I'll put plus here. Minus into plus. Everything has been used. I'm going to put into here. So now if you observe, because of multiplying these numbers, they are going to become very big, and putting a negative in front of them is going to make it negative. So negatively, in the negative domain, it's going to be a big negative number, or I can say a smallest number. So if you apply BODMAS, division is not there, bracket is not there, blah blah blah, only multiplication is there. So multiplication will happen first. 4 into 3 into 2 will give you 24. Now if you do this thing, 5 minus 24 plus 1, you are going to get minus 18. That is going to be the smallest number or the minima. Okay. So you understood the basics. Now let's go back to the question. This was the question. If you read the question, you will see in the expression 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Stars into nahi stars. Stars has to be chosen from plus minus into each at most 2 times. At most 2 times means maximum you can use a sign only twice. It also means that even if you don't use a sign, if you completely ignore a sign, it's totally fine. But maximum you have to limit the usage to 2. What is the smallest non-negative value? See, here the problem is that they use a term like non-negative. We have to understand about numbers in a little more depth to handle this scenario. So let's see the type of numbers. See, basically numbers could be categorized into 3 parts. Number 1, the positive numbers. Positive numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also the numbers between that 0.5, 0.25, 1.5. All the numbers which are above 0 are known as positive number. So if I put a number line, all the numbers to the right side of 0 are known as positive numbers. So 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah, all the numbers, and all the numbers even between that 0.5, 0.25, 1.75, all such numbers are positive numbers. So that's first category, positive numbers. Second category is that negative numbers, all numbers less than 0. That means minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and also 0, minus 0.5, minus 1.5. All those numbers are negative numbers. So that's the second category. First category is positive numbers. Second category is negative numbers. And the third category, interestingly, the third category is just 0. So if someone asks you what is 0, that's a separate category. It is not positive. It is also not negative. It's neither positive, neither negative. Now, if you look at the word, they are using non-negative. It basically means that the number should not be negative. That's it. So the number either can be 0 or the number can be positive numbers. So we are looking for a number which is smallest. Of course, it is smallest, but it should not be negative. That means it should be 0 or any number greater than 0, and the smallest limit which we have is 0. So they are asking us to find the combination of this number in such a way that we have to use plus, minus and into. At most, maximum 2 times. Even if you don't use any of the sign, it's fine, but maximum you have to use 2 times to fill in these gaps in such a way that we have to find the smallest non-negative number. So we have to get more and more closer. If you go to the left, the number is going to become smaller and smaller, and the limit, hard limit which we have here is 0. Because that is the smallest non-negative number. So our objective is to come as close to 0 as possible. So the question is basically asking you to come as close to 0 as possible. Now before going further, if there is non-negative, then there can also be non-positive. Just think and analyze, try to understand what is non-positive number. Yes, exactly. Non-positive numbers means the numbers which in the number line, if you look 0, 1, 2, -1, -2, they should not be positive. They should not be on this positive spectrum. They can be either 0 or the negative numbers. So 0 plus negative numbers are known as 0 plus negative numbers are known as non-positive. Similarly, non-negative numbers means again 0 plus positive numbers. Okay, good. Now that's all the classification you need. Now you can actually attempt to solve this problem. Okay, so okay, let's take it in smaller steps. Instead of directly going to the smallest non-negative value, I want you guys to first find maximum possible value in such a way that addition, subtraction and multiplication, it can only be used at most 2 times, maximum 2 times. Even if you don't use them to fill any of the gaps, it's totally fine. But if you are using them, maximum 2 times, find the maximum possible value. No limitations, can be positive, negative, anything. The only condition I am putting now is find the maximum value such that we are using addition, subtraction and multiplication at most twice. Go on. Okay, I'm going to give you the solution. So, of course, I can use 2 times multiplication. If I want to use the maximum value, I'll take the biggest numbers and do the multiplication. Then I'm going to do 2 additions also. Subtraction I'm not going to use. Even if I'm not using, it's fine, because at most 2 times, it means minimum is 0. So this is going to generate me is the highest possible value. 5 into 4, 20 into 3, you will get 60. According to BODMAS, you will do multiplication first. BODMAS. Bracket is not there, order is not there, division is not there, multiplication is there. You will do the multiplication first and then you will do the addition. So you are going to get 63. That is the maximum possible value. Now one more question for you. Again, same condition. Addition, subtraction, multiplication are there at most 2 times. I want you guys to find the minimum possible value. Minima. Find me the minimum possible value. Okay, I'm going to give you the solution. If you need more time, please stop the video and continue doing. So I want to find the most negative value. I'm going to put a negative here. I'm going to put multiplications here. Now what basically I'm doing is that I'm going to make it more and more the bigger negative number, and I'm going to put one more negative. So maxima I have used a sign only 2 times. Let's see if this is going to generate. According to BODMAS, bracket is not there, order is not there, division is not there, multiplication I have to do first. 4 into 3 into 2, that is 24. 5 minus 24 minus 1. 5 minus 24 minus 1. I am going to get minus 20. This is going to be the least value, most negatives value, or the minimum possible value in this combination. Okay. Now let us solve this problem. I want you guys to find the answer for this value. So expression is this thing, plus minus into each at most 2 times, maximum 2 times. What is the smallest non-negative value? Non-negative. Your objective is to bring it as close to 0 as possible. Find me the answer for this. Okay guys, I'm going to give you the solution. If you need time, please pause the video. If you look at the options, the smallest non-negative value, we know the smallest non-negative value is 0. So we know 0 is there in the option. And there are other values also. Our objective is to come to as close as 0. So let's try our level best to bring the solution as close to 0 as possible. So again, I have addition, subtraction, multiplication. I can use it at most 2 times. So let's try to bring it close to 0. Believe me, this is not going to be an easy task, because I think around 54 possibilities are there. Using permutation combination, you can actually find how many mixed, answers we can generate out of these combinations, or total combinations. You will see 54 combinations are there. So bringing it to negative maximum, minima and maximum was easy. Now this is a controlled scenario. I am trying to bring it as close as to 0 as possible, because non-negative means 0 and every positive values. So my objective is to bring it to as close as 0. So let's see. If I put a minus here, this can become 1. So I have to eliminate that 1 also. If I put a minus here, this is also going to be 1. Okay, 5 minus 4 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1. Now, but I can't use my subtraction more than twice. I have reached the limitation of subtraction. I can put a multiplication here to just cancel that 2, and then I will be forced to use a plus. So this is going to probably give me answer as 2. This is not 0, this is 2. Let's see. Multiplication to be done first. Addition, subtraction, it's okay, you can do them together. 1 plus 1, answer is going to be 2. But see, that's one of the answer which I got. I have to see, I have to try to bring it to as close to 0 as possible. So let's try once more. Let's try some other combination. Okay, let's put minus here. So here, if this is happening, 5 minus 4 minus 3, I'm going to get minus 2 in this session. Minus 2. So if I plus a plus 2 here and an into, I think this is going to probably generate 0. So multiplication according to BODMAS. Bracket is not there, order is not there, division is not there, multiplication is there. I'll do the multiplication first. Now everything else I can do in one go. Or if you want to do it slowly, that is also fine. Because addition, let's see, 5 minus 4 is 1, minus 3 plus 2. 1 minus 3 plus 2 nu vachal, that is going to be minus 1. 1 minus 1 is going to be 0. See, I was able to bring it to 0. So you have to try it. It's not going to be as easy as finding minima and maxima, because you have to become a little more creative. But anyway, I'm able to bring it to 0. So the answer for this problem is option D. Why I'm saying this problem is a tricky one is that, because even in online solutions, you'll see that some people will get 1, some people will get 2, because it is a tricky one. There are too many possibilities. If you just look at this scenario, 1, 2, 3, 4 cases are there, and I'm using plus, minus and into at most 2 times. So if you are going to put these values into this thing, let's assume that I'm going to put the same value twice, and this is the game scenario. Like I'm going to ignore one of the guy. So I'm going to select 2 people out of them. Out of the 3, I'm going to select 2 people. So I have selected 2. Let's say these 2. Okay, let's say these 2. Now if I want to arrange them into 1, 2, 3, 4 places, that is going to be 4 factorial by 2 factorial into 2 factorial cases. See, you don't need permutation and combination. I'm just showing you how many total possibilities are there. So that's one scenario. The next scenario is that plus, minus, into I'm going to reuse, and I'm going to repeat one of the guy. So if that's a scenario, I'm going to one guy have a speciality. So that is 3C1. I'm selecting one guy who to repeat. So again 4 factorial, 4 gaps are there, but out of them 2 people, 1 person is repeating. So this much. Now if you solve this. If you solve this, 3c2, what is 3c2? 3 into 2 by 2 factorial into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 by 2 into 2. 2 factorial is simply 2. Similarly, 3 plus 3 into just 3 into 1, okay, into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 by 2. 2 gone, 2 gone, 2 gone. So you will see 3 into, so if you divide here also 2, 3 into 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 into 3. Totally there will be 54 possibilities, and you cannot find all the 54 possibilities. It will take too much time. But that's why you have to solve this using a little bit creativity. That's why this problem is a tricky one, and the answer is option D, because that's the answer which we are looking for. I'll give you one more problem in the similar line. So I have made a simulation also, finding the all possible values. So you can see the most negative minimum value is minus 20. Is that the same value which we also got? I think so. And we are achieving 0. The smallest non-negative value is 0. And if you go further, you will find the highest value is 63. Total 54 combinations are there. Okay. You can pause this video to analyze all of these combinations, but this many possibilities are there. Now I'm going to create a new problem. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 places are there. So first I want you guys to use plus, multiplication and subtraction at most 2 times, just like the previous question, and I want you guys to find the maximum value for this. Find me the maximum value. Okay, I hope you guys found the answer. If you are looking for the maximum value, find the biggest possible areas and multiply. So 4 into 1 is not going to do anything. 1 into 3 is also not going to do anything. I'll put 2 multiplications over here, and I'm going to put additions over here. Most probably that is the biggest possible value. So according to BODMAS, you'll do this part first. That is 3 into 2 into 5 is 30, plus 1 plus 4, 4 plus 1 plus 30. So I'm getting 35. That's the highest possible value for this scenario, 35. So one more question, again based on the same scenario. I want you guys to use addition, multiplication and subtraction at most 2 times, and I want you guys to find the minimum possible value for this. Find me the minimum possible value for this scenario. Okay, I think you guys know what to do. You're going to put 2 multiplications over here. That's going to make this value very big. Put a negative in front of that and put one more negative. So again you're going to get 30 minus 1 minus 4. So that basically 4 minus 31. 4 minus 31, you're going to get minus 27. That's the most negative value. Now I'm going to increase the difficulty of this problem. Just like the previous value, we are again using just previous problem at most 2 times. I want you guys to find the smallest non-negative number. Which is the smallest non-negative number? Yeah, the smallest non-negative number is 0. So your objective is to bring it as close to 0 as possible. Try your best and try to give me the answer. You have to try, okay? Like, make as many mistakes as possible. That's the only way you can improve in maths. Mistakes are a good thing. Like that, it is not of time. Okay, this is a tricky one. So let's see. Our objective is to bring it to 0. 5 minus 2 is minus 3. Minus 3 is there. Okay, good. Now what to do? I have to use minus 2 times. If I put one more minus here, that's going to be minus 6. Then if I put 2 pluses, it's not going to improve the scenario, because this is going to create a negative number. We cannot get a negative, we should not get a negative number. So if you do this thing, oh it's not going to be minus, right? Let's see. 3 minus 2 minus 5 is minus. Wait. This is 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3. So this is also together. 4 plus 1 plus 3. 4 plus 1 plus 3 is 8, and minus 2 minus 5 is 7, and you are going to get 1. So you got 1 here, but that's still not as close to 0 as possible. Let's try once more. But this time let's try some other combination. So earlier combination what we did is plus plus minus minus. Let's try something else. Let's use some multiplication, etc. This is going to become 6. Now if I minus 5 from 6, I'm going to get 1. Now it's still not gonna help, right? 1. Now what to do? I don't think that is the right way. Is 1 the answer? No. 3 into 2. You guys also can try, okay? This is a tricky one. So this is going to make this number a very big negative number. That's not a very good thing. Let's keep it as positive. Let's see what this is going to create. 6 minus 5. Wait. So this is going to be a big number, right? Let's put minus here. So that is 6 minus 6. Minus 6. Minus 6 minus 1 is minus 7. Minus 7. So this is positive number, this is positive number. Eventually you're gonna get 5 plus 4. 9 minus 7. That's 2. That's a bigger number. We already found 1. So this should be, this is not absolutely not the answer. Let's try something more. Let's try something which we have not tried. That's gonna be 6. Okay, or let's multiply here. Here I am going to get 12. 12. Okay, it's not gonna help. Let's try to do divisions on that. Division is probably not the right way. God, this problem is a very irritating problem. Did any one of you guys got the answer? If you got the answer, just comment it in the comment section, okay? Maybe the answer is 1. I don't know. 5 plus 2. Wait, I think I got the answer. Yes. 5 plus 2 is 7. This is going to be 7. 4 plus 3, that is also 7. But 1 is there. So I'm going to put like this. And I'm going to put a negative. I think, yeah, that's the answer. 1 into 3 will give you 3 according to BODMAS. Bracket is not there, order is not there, division is not there, multiplication you did first. 4 plus 3 minus 2 plus 5. Now, oh, no, that's not going to be, is that? That's not going to be answered. 4 plus 3 minus 2 plus 5. It's gonna be 10. That's not the answer. What did I do wrong? My God. Let's come back to the drawing board. Okay, yeah, wait. Yeah, this is the answer. This 2 part became negative. This 2 is positive. Yeah, this is the answer. 3 plus 4 minus 2 minus 5. So you'll get 7 minus 7. Answer is 0. You came to 0. You see? This is why this problem is a tricky one. In real exam, you should not waste this much time in problems like this. Normal BODMAS problems you can do, but this problem is a tricky one. You just saw how much time I took. That's wasted time. You cannot waste this much time in a problem. Maximum 2 minutes. Even that is too much. Okay, if a problem is taking too much time, ignore it. So don't waste this much time. Okay, but of course for practicing BODMAS, for learning stuff, it's a very beautiful thing. So if you see, the smallest value of this thing is this is my simulation, is minus 27. Hopefully that's a value which we also got. And 0, okay, 0 has been created in 2 places. Okay, this is the value which I did. What we did is that in the clearly place, 3 minus 2, this is the value which we did. There is one more way, 4 into 1 plus 3 minus 2 minus 5. Oh yeah, they just change the position of into and plus. Of course, this is going to create 7, this is going to create minus 7, same answer. So 2 possibilities are there to create the zeros. So that's the smallest non-negative integer, smallest non-negative number. And if you look at the highest value, that's nothing but 35. So again, you can see 54 possibilities are there. So that's it with this problem. See you in the next problem. What is he saying? Stay away from those people who try to disparage. I have to Google the meaning. Your ambitions. Okay. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that you can become great. It's basically true. Most probably disparage means discourage, or who says that you cannot do the things. There are a lot of people who do that. Ignore them, okay? If you want to achieve greatness, you have to keep trying. And of course, you will fail in several places. That's totally fine. If you fail in 100 places, you are going to win at least 1 or 2, and the win is going to be big. Thank you guys. See you with the next.